So we already have this new white paper. I mean, it's the same link, guys, for the Git book. I don't know if you already have the chance to go and look what I add to it. Again, I'm sorry. I mean, I apologize for my English level. Maybe it's not written in the same way that was, I mean, the same proper language that the other stuff was written, but here. I mean, I try my best, but I believe that the um, copywriter experts they'll have that done by next week. If not, I think that that was very understandable what I wrote in there. Please tell me if I didn't cover it. Just let me know. I would like to hear your opinions. I would like to know your questions so far about the white paper, about the tokenomics, whatever you guys want us to talk about in this AMA. Just please use the microphone and let's go. Okay. If someone's talking, I think I cannot hear you guys. Let me see if someone is. If someone is trying to talk, please say that in the general, so I can know that. Okay. So no
Can you
one
hear
is
me?
trying to talk.
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Sorry. So I think for the most part, AMAs kind of start with like an update and then kind of go from there to the questions. Just kind of,
Yeah, I mean,
maybe you have some
basically the update
information
that
for
we
us.
have so far is I don't know if you guys saw the last AMA on YouTube. The um, the white paper, the original one, I made it myself. I mean, with the help of a bunch of people, which I mentioned in the last AMA. The only one I think I didn't mention was the real holder. He mentioned that in general. He also helped us a lot. But other than that, um, I mean, the only update right now is that we had that cover, not with the best language, but I would like you guys now that you had the time to read the whole thing and think about it. Also, there was a really cool thread that we share on Twitter, made by, let me see who that was. He just made it. So it was made by the crypt.hype. And it was very, very, very nice thread. I believe that it explains a lot of what we say in the white paper, maybe in less words that one, what we use. So please shoot me. Ask whatever you want. Okay, Faldo, you just got in again. Bro, you were about to lose your wireless. Just the one that you got by being early, but I'm glad you're back here. So shoot questions.
Personally, I haven't read the white paper yet because I know it just went up, but I can't really help with that. But I guess I was gonna ask in general. Um, the basic question I guess most people tend to ask is why go into paper hands? Why not go into something else?
I think judgment should be the first thing that should tell you that. I mean, I cannot speak bad about other projects. You should go and look into our tokenomics. And if you think that we have something different to offer, then you can go for it. I'm not into talking bad about other projects. I did mention some flaws that other artists have had on the update that I just made. Also, I can screen share those things so that you can know what we're talking about. Where is it? You guys watching my screen now?
Yes.
All right. So what makes us unique? So basically, this was the one I made. Um, Basically, we are expertly designed to have a successful Gen Zero launch. So this is a very important fact because I mean, when a project makes his tokenomics, they make them thinking that they're going to have a successful funds generation. So if they really don't gather what they expect to gather on, let's say, pre-sale of a token or generation zero mind, if they don't get that, then their tokenomics cannot be what they want it to be. So that it is very important that everything is set so they are more likely to have the first step done very well. So this is a very important fact. So the main points that are there to be successful is not having wireless people to have a lot of NFTs to mine, which I didn't wrote that in here, so I need to add that to these four things that we have. We only have two NFTs that people can mine, the wireless people. Also, having a lot of time for wireless people to mine, that's an epic mistake because one thing that you want in a token or in a chart or whenever you're having something that involves investments, you want FOMO. You want people to have a fear of missing out. And if you aren't successful making that, then you're not having a really interesting project out there. So that is very important. And when people, when other projects do this with whitelist members, they just lost the fear of missing out because people that were interested in mining now they can get cheaper NFTs in the second market. So that's one of the points. And here is the other one. I'll let you go because maybe the other members they did read those. Maybe they have some other questions about it. But about your questions, what will make you go for our project? Another one, bro. You gotta go and check the other projects tokenomics. If you think they're better than ours, then that's really up to everyone's to believe to choose your right option to invest. I'm not gonna tell you we're the best one. I can tell you we have taken a huge amount of time to make tokenomics sustainable, and we believe we're gonna succeed on that. That I can tell you for sure. That I can really tell you for sure. So other than that, saying anything else will be wrong from me. Anyone else, guys?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Obviously, I can imagine everyone else has not really read much of the white paper or have dived into so much. So I just thought maybe like a few basic questions, maybe that help everyone. I wanted to ask first off, in terms of yourself as a developer, what's your background in terms of developing projects like this? What's your actual background in terms of the whole crypto scene and everything?
Okay, well, but crypto, I've been around. I was one of those paper hands that didn't bought Bitcoin, and I knew that about Bitcoin like since it was 200, $300. So I'm pretty a long time ago into crypto and checking all of this. And now about these kind of projects, I've been an investor on a lot of them, and that's what have brought me to this point because basically I got really upset when I saw projects taking the wrong decisions because like if you're if you, once you went into a project and you knew why they screw up, then you know that if the next project is gonna do the same, you know they're gonna screw up as well. So I got really frustrated about that. So that was why I decided to start this whole craziness about starting a project myself. But about me making another project other than this, no, I haven't make another project. About the developers, yeah, they have made a lot of projects. About the team, since I say that I'm not the developer, no, the team together haven't made a lot of projects. I mean, we as a team, we haven't made a single project. I believe that if you have a successful project, like a very successful crypto project, there shouldn't be a lot of projects that you have been doing. There should be the project that you're doing. You should commit to that project and you should keep it on growing it, and it should be a very good project. I will be scared if someone tell me, well, I've started like around 100 projects right now. Okay, so why are we here? I mean, it is gonna be the 101, and then you go for the next one. That's what I think about it. So about me, this is my first project. I hope it's the only one. I believe in it, and I want to give everything for this project. About the people that got involved in it, in the team, they have been involved in a lot of projects, and I hope they can commit to this one, and we can grow it as a very successful one.
Okay, perfect. So you've got a team of developers who will be developing on this project. So, question is, in terms of KYC audit and docs, I believe I've seen people say in the chats that you'll be doing a KYC before launch. I'm not sure about the docs, and you said you were going to do an audit after launch. I just
No,
wanted to
no,
know your
I'm,
reasons
I'm,
on
I'm not
why.
doxing. I'm not doxing myself. As you can tell, English is not my first language. Spanish is. I live in a place where you don't want people to know that that you're doing well, like you have money. I believe that we're gonna do well in this project. I really I believe in that. Um, I'm I'm gonna stop streaming since I'm not showing you nothing right now. So I really don't. I really believe that we're gonna do well in the project. So uh, in the place I live, you get a lot of extortion and kidnapping and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna be publicly doxed, but for example, we have multi-sites that they are doxed publicly, like JR5 and XC. I am also doxed myself to both of them, so they know who I am, they know where I live. It's just I don't want it public because security reasons, for myself and my family, not for everything else. I mean, it's
Okay,
not anything else.
okay, so you'd be private doxed. Would you be open to private doxing yourself to something like James Pelton or Crypto Sensei or something like that? Like,
Yeah,
for example, I know Etherstone's Indra, he's the dev for that project, and he's private doxed himself with James Pelton, and that brought immense lot of confidence to a lot of investors, knowing that some sort of people know who your identity is.
yeah. Actually, you saw that. I don't know if you saw James Pelton tweet like about, I don't know, some hours ago. He just tweeted a giveaway from us. I'm talking. We're talking to him right now about getting private dogs by him, and we're asking the community to vote. So we should make a poll within these days to vote for which company they want us to get KYC by, or if they are okay just by getting private dogs for someone like James Pelton. That's one that I would really like to get. James Pelton private dogs. I believe that one will give a lot of assurance to community. I already asked him about that. So you can go on and ask him if we already have that conversation, and he will tell you with it.
Okay, perfect. And also one I was looking at. You believe there was an audit after launch. How come there wouldn't be an audit before launch? Because surely it'd be harder for you to do any recoding once it's on the market.
Well, the audit is more like for you guys to be sure that everything is right in the code. That I mean, we don't have something that is that we're gonna be doing something wrong. Basically, for that, before you launch a project, there is like a lot of expenses. I mean, like I really didn't realize how much money we were going to be spending on launching this. Auditing a project like by a company like Certic or something like that, it's a huge deal of money. And
About
basically,
$25,000, I believe. I believe about 25,000 or 38,000 roughly for a CERTIC audit.
pardon me, what can you read that?
It's about roughly $25,000 or $38,000, roughly around that for a CERTIC audit, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, we're using our funds right now for marketing and for partnerships. So basically, we're gonna be taking that from the marketing wallet because we believe once we get uh, audited by a company like Certic, we believe that's a really good marketing advertise that Certic say that we're okay and that we're safe for people to be around us. So that's from where we're taking the funds for auditing after we launch Generation Zero Mining.
Okay. And my last question would be just in terms of the market right now, there's so many node projects, NFT projects are being launched and DeFi and etc. How are you looking to survive within this market? How would you sustain the selling pressure on launch and how will you long term just survive throughout?
Have you read the tokenomics and the
I've read bits of it. I read a bits of it, but like I say, it's just I assume a lot of people who's in this AMA have probably even just glanced over it or
I mean,
trying to get most of their answers through this AMA.
I will have to go through the whole thing, but basically we have built a lot of mechanism that helps people first. What we try to do with this is I don't know if any of you guys know this guy called Robert Kiyosaki. He made this game called Cash Flow, which is about teaching people how to invest and how to take care of their investments, passive investment, active investment, and stuff like that. And basically, what we're trying to do here is the same, but in crypto. So if you read the white paper, by day number 6, the selling pressure is gonna be like really increasing at that point. But for that day, people should have already understand what is this community about, and this community is about learning to hodl. Like if you're in a project, you didn't see people getting rich by selling Amazon's stocks the first month. You know, I mean, if they did that, they just didn't make any money. At any project, and I'm saying this because I got it, we got this AMA with Playable, amazing project. I recommend you to go and check it. I mean, if you want to invest something long term and have amazing revenues, that project is amazing. And Obul, he was the one talking, and he said that, I mean, you cannot expect to make a real investment in something and just getting a huge amount of money in a really little amount of time. So if you want this to success, you need to stick with us like any other company in the world will expect their investors to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I see where you're coming from.
All right. So basically, in the first 6 days, we're teaching people how to do that and how doing that is increasing their token price. If after that they decide to sell, I mean, we have a selling tax that will keep on refilling our vaults, and smart investors are going to be able to claim their tokens and put their tokens into the vaults so they can still get passive incomes by PaperHands selling their tokens. Anyone else? Or do you have any other questions?
And that was my last question. Thank you.
Okay. Did I answer that one?
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you.
All right. So anyone else, guys? I think Crypto Curious was gonna say something. Crypto Curious, were you going to say something, buddy? If you were, we're not listening. Maybe you need to press something like mic or something like push to talk or something like that, I think. All right, we're not listening to you right now, bro. So who else have any other question?
I mean, if no one's got any questions, I don't mind keeping this AMA rolling a bit more. So regarding yourself, you say you're the sole investor and some sort of the head leader of the project. Would you be willing to get any of the devs on an AMA? Speak to them regarding how the whole coding, everything behind it, and how it all works, and how they're doing all the checks and everything. Just to reassure us as investors.
Sure, we can have. I already asked him that. We can have him for a text AMA. I mean, I'm like 90% better at English than what he is, so he won't be able to be in a talking session, but he will be able to answer in a text AMA, which I've seen lots in different discourse. So if you guys want that, we can definitely have that with him.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
I assume just another question in general is
Go for it.
just in terms of obviously recently I know Stars was a project that was rogued, obviously you have Ring and etc. Apart from also you have your KYC, your private docs and everything, what else can you reassure confidence within an investor? Because at the moment, I believe a lot of projects, a lot of investors are minimal asking for KYC docs and audit as a bare minimum, and then anything else extra is a bonus. So just in terms of from your point of view, trying to sell us this project, how can you reassure us that this is going to be a safe project?
Okay, so basically when we say safe, today...
Safe as being not as rogue.
Yeah, we're
safe,
talking about
obviously,
rock. So basically, as I said before, XC and JR5, what I believe, you can check that on, let me tell you the session, I wrote that. KYC proposals, check my first message. I'm going to say it again, but maybe I did write it in a better way over there to explain what I think about it. What I think about that, bro, is KYC, it's overvalued right now because I see a lot of projects that, what I think that KYC should do is if a project rocks after they get KYC, this project that did KYC for them, what they should do is show their IDs, show their faces, show every single information they have about them. That is what I believe. But have we seen so far what we get from KYC companies is, file a complaint or something and then ask the proper authorities to come and ask the the information from us. And I think that sucks because it's like having a bank being robbed and that they say, okay, you know what, we are not going to reveal the pictures that we have in our cameras of this robber because we think that's not the right thing to do. The first thing a bank does when they get robbed is show whatever picture they have on this robber. At least where I live, that's what they do, like right away. So that's what I'm saying is I think KYCs are overvalued. We're gonna do it, because I mean, if community asks for it. But I believe private docs is better. Like with someone by like James Pelton, I will actually ask him to reveal my information to everyone. Also, XC can do it, and JR5 can do it if we ever rock. But what I believe, if in terms of security, that is really important for every project that you are on right now, because I myself, I was investing only in projects that were KYC by one company that I'm not gonna say the name. Then I got robbed, and I just thought that sucks because I thought I was safe by being in a KYC project by that company. But you know what? At the end, what I discovered is that the best measure is the multi-sig wallet, because uh, and the multi-sig have to be with someone which doesn't belong to the team. Because if you have the KYC done, I mean the multi-sig done with your dev or someone that you don't know who he is, like let's say I've seen some projects say, well, we have this community member, he's here in the Discord and he's gonna be one of the KYCs. Do you know that guy? Do you know if he's not part of the team? Do you know if he even can be, I mean, the same guy talking from a different account? That's nuts. I mean, you have to have someone in the multi-sig that is doxed, publicly doxed, and that have something to lose if that project that he's doing the multi-sigs with rocks. And with us, they are JR5 and XE, and we publicly say that we're gonna uh, lock the liquidity for 20 years. Basically, what we're saying is we don't, I mean, we understand that money doesn't belong to us, and we want the people to feel secure about it. And if if we don't do that, I mean, there is no way we cannot do that, because for us to get the money out of the multi-sig, XC and JR5 have to agree with it. You know what I mean?
Yes, understandable.
I believe in terms of security, multi-sig with someone that is publicly doxxed and that has something to lose, and those guys have something to lose because they have done so well in their influencer job. Like they get good money by working with different companies. If they lose that reputation, if they lost that reputation, they have a lot to lose it. You know. So that's what I believe. What you should be looking into a project right now.
Okay. I did have another question, but I think someone put it in the chat. They
Yeah.
said, as far as you can see, the team gets zero initial supply. So via the claim and sell tax fee, is that what would you be using to pay off the team? So I assume he means mods, devs, etc.
No, as you can see, I mean, I don't know if you saw the white paper again, but Generation Zero funds, there, I mean, let me show that to you so I'm not just talking. That way everyone can see it. Okay. There you go. Now, where were we? Here. Distribution Zero funds. So here it is. We're taking 20%. It's actually a few more of 20% for liquidity pool, because what we want to do is the token to cost 0.075 cents at launch, and for that we need to pull $210,000 with 2,800,000 hodl. So it's gonna be a bit more than 20%, just that we didn't want to put decimals on that. 30% is going for the bolts, 10% is going for marketing, and 40% is going to pay all that you mentioned before. But also in terms of going and keep working on this project, selling tax have a team wallet address percentage. So we have an incentive to keep working on this. You know what I mean?
Yes.
right here. So anyone else, guys? Or I mean, if you have more questions, I'm okay that if you're the only one asking, you're asking very good questions. So I'm okay if you ask all the questions in this AMA. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep this rolling in case anyone else, doesn't have any questions. I mean, I've seen a chat that says, "What is distribution of Gen Z funds mean?" Within the general chat, I think that was one of the questions that has been asked.
Yeah, did I answer that question showing you that? J-Dog? J-Dog, I can listen right now.
I believe he understands in terms of the heading, in terms of what it says, but I think he's what in terms of, I believe what he's trying to say in terms of the breakdown. I believe what he's trying to get at. So
Okay.
does he mean, because if you scroll up further up, he does say in the heading, what does it mean by the generation of Gen Z funds distribution mean in terms of the pre-sale of the fund? So does he mean in terms of how much of the pre-sale funds is worth the initial supply, maybe? So how much of the whitelist would that be covering before the public sales? You said the
Okay.
initial supply is about 2.8 million hodl. So how much would it be for the whitelist that covers it, and how much is going to be available for the public?
All right. So I think we're missing the point here. I'm sharing my screen, I think. Yeah. So I think we're missing the point here. Those tokens, whitelists aren't getting any tokens. What whitelists are getting is a special price for minting, which is right here. They're getting the possibility to mine at $80 their NFTs, and they can only mine 2 NFTs at that price, and then they have only 10 minutes for that. If after 10 minutes they don't mine those NFTs, there are 1,000 whitelist spots. Each one of them can mine 2 NFTs, so there is only 2,000 NFTs that can be sold at that price. But if after 10 minutes they don't get those spots taken, then that $80 price opens for public sale.
Okay, so whitelist is 10 minutes before. Whitelist gets it 10 minutes before the public until the 10 minutes is over. We have a 10 minutes duration, and then it's open to the public. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and then I think the actual question what he meant was, does the Gen Zero funds equal the pre-sale funds? But I assume not, because I assume the pre-sale funds. How much does it roughly work out to be for the pre-sale funds? If you have about 1,000 whitelist and everyone buys about 2 NFTs, how much is that roughly working out to be?
Remember, again, we are in a R2E node project. So usually when you have another kind of project, what you do is pre-sale, and you pre-sale your tokens. We aren't pre-selling our tokens. No one is getting tokens. No one. No one is getting tokens. The only way you're gonna be able to get tokens is either buying them at launch or minting or claiming with your NFTs. So the only money that we are gathering is Generation Zero funds. Other than that, we're not selling tokens to anyone. No one is going to be able to dump the market when we launch our token. No one is going to be able to do that. Does that make sense? I mean, the only way our token can go when we launch is up. There is no way the token can go down like the first 1 or 2 hours. There is no chances for that to happen.
Okay. Would you be looking to increase the sale tax during the first couple of days of the release? So I believe what's the sale tax when for a token in general? Is it 10%? I believe it is, right?
Yeah. We have.
So would you be looking to increase it during the first couple of days due to bots and selling pressure?
Since we have the claiming tax, again, if you see the tokenomics, let me go again and look for this. No, not this. This. If you see this, most NFTs will be PaperHands. So the first day they're gonna have 90% claiming tax. So I don't think a lot of people is gonna be claiming that day. So again, I don't think a lot of people is going to be selling, but still, we want people to trade and to swing trade our token. Why? Because our selling tax. Because while they're doing swing trading, we're refilling our vaults. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
we don't want to have a huge tax on selling because at launch, because then we're gonna lose that. I mean, we're not gonna be interested for that kind of investors that they don't want. They don't really want the NFTs. They just like trading, and we want people to trade our token because by trading, we get better tokenomics.
Okay.
Okay,
That makes sense. Okay.
yeah, that makes sense. Awesome.
Yeah, but I think so. Is it possible for people just to buy the tokens on launch and then obviously just sell it rather than making anything, rather than making an NFT or staking or etc.? I assume people would just buy and sell the token in general.
Yeah, they can buy it and then sell it for 10% sell tax. They
Okay, wonderful.
they don't need to have an NFT for that. I mean, it's just a token being traded on the market, and you can do that with Meet, like the Tavern token. You can do that with whatever token in the market. I mean, whenever a project launches a token, uh, I, I don't really believe there is a project that you cannot buy their token when it's launched if you don't have an NFT or that you cannot sell it. Well, I saw one time and launch was really a disgrace, and it was I don't like mentioning names, but if I don't say this, you won't have a clue what I'm talking about. Maybe you can go and research a little bit. Orbit, I think, was you need to make a node before being able to sell, and that was a mess, like really a mess. So I don't think that helps a lot.
Another question is, in terms of the treasury, who would have access to the treasury?
Okay, you mean uh, generation zero funds?
Yes, in terms of obviously when everyone sells and the claim tax and everything goes into the pool, who would actually have access? Because I believe you were doing buybacks and
To
everything, etc. down the line.
to
So
this one?
who would be?
To Locket Treasury one?
Sorry, I haven't got the screen up. Yeah. So in terms of all of this, who would actually have access to the wallet? The treasury
Okay,
wallet in terms of.
so Locket Treasury, no one. That treasury is locked forever, and basically what we're creating, and that's a very important point in our tokenomics. We are creating a massive well that will help us have a more stable token. So it will be harder to dump our token every time. Sale by sale, our token will be harder to dump because there is a massive well that really believes in the project and that will never sell. And that treasury cannot be touched by anyone. Those tokens are locked forever. That's the first one. These two vaults, no one can touch them as well. I mean, those are just tokens there for people to go mine them. And then these two, yeah, we can touch those. The marketing wallet, because we need to decide what to do, so the team is doing it. And the team wallet, of course, because that's where we get paid after, I mean, to continue working for the project. But these three on top, no one is having access to those.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem. Anyone else, guys?
Oh, and lastly, I assume, have you got a rough timestamp on when the launch is going to be in terms of a roughly estimate on the date of launch?
Yeah, in the fact session, it says, well, at first it said between the 20th of March and the 5th of April. now it says the 25th of March and the 5th of April. I believe it's gonna be more closer to the 5th of April than anything else. So I hope before April 5th.
Thank you.
Yep. As soon as we have an exact day for launching, we guys are gonna let you know. Anyone else, guys? I knew that Crypto Curious wanted to say something at some point, and then I was actually able to hear you at some point, bro. So maybe you have that question still in your mind. I don't want to let that one pass. Hey, you there? Okay, I think you're gonna hear me. Okay,
Maybe consider having looking in the general. I mean, there's some people in the chat who's not really, maybe their mics are broken, but they've been atting you and asking a lot of questions. So maybe you can answer some of the questions via the general chat in general.
okay. Let me see in general what questions do we have. All right. What's good in AMA? Okay, one thing is interesting pre-sale. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Isn't too much sell pressure? Okay, there you go. So recursive, he's asking, in 6 days, NFT holders will earn 600 tokens. Isn't it too much sell pressure? Okay, this is a very important one. Again, as we explained it before, the first 6 days we're teaching people that by supporting a project, they're actually uh, seeing that the token can grow. At that point, we cannot really tell people, hey, don't sell. But what we're gonna do, like 30 minutes before anyone can claim with a 10% tax, we're gonna launch our first vault, and the first day is gonna be giving 10% of whatever it have, and it should have more than $100,000 at the moment. So it should be giving at least $10,000 to those people that are staking their tokens in the vault. So that is something to decrease selling pressure at that specific moment that is going to be very high. Also, if they're smart enough, they did bought tokens at launch, so they could transform their NFTs into holders so that they can stop paying claiming taxes. Uh, and I mean, we have stated in the last AMA that we believe a lot into community votes. And I mean, like when community asks something, we have something going on. We're going to have a poll. Actually, we got into this thanks to XC and JR5, they are a lot into No Nation and everything, and they wanted us to have more taxes on claiming for whales, and we came with a solution that is not in the white paper because it has to be both. I say that in the last AMA. I'm gonna explain it again, so please pay a lot of attention for this one because at some point we're gonna be voting for that. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna be able to sell only 100 hodl every 24 hours epoch with a 10% tax. Then if you sell more than 100, you're gonna have to sell a slippage of 50% because that's gonna be the tax. So that is like making a whale tax, or for those people that want to dump not 600 tokens because they will only be able to dump 540 because they already paid 10% tax for claiming. Then, if you don't want to sell more than 100, but you want to make another transaction of 100 tokens, then you get 20% tax. Then next 100, you get 30% tax, then next 140% tax, and then after that one, whatever you sell, even five hodl, three hodl, whatever, you're gonna have a 50% tax. That's something that we're gonna have a poll on before we launch Gen Zero. So for that, it will change the white paper and the tokenomics. It will be a lot more hard for whales to dump on us. But again, I'm really glad that the people that brought that to us are well like people. So I mean, they want that into the project, and and we got to the point where we will have that as a poll. Again, how is this going to work? We need to vote on that, but for this to work, there have to be another measure, and is blocking transferring of your NFTs. So basically, you won't be able to sell your NFTs on second markets. So your NFTs will be for you at least until you claim all your claimable tokens. Why? Because if we put this tax into just one wallet, what you can do is you just transfer all your NFTs to different wallets, and then you claim 100 from each of them. So there is a way to go around this one. So if we choose to do this, then NFTs won't be transferable. But again, this has to be voted in the community. If we choose not to do it, then we will keep just as the white paper is right now. If the majority of people choose to go with this, then we're going to change the tokenomics, and we're going to explain very well how is it going to be. Basically, what will happen is that this tax will only be there for wallets that are holding our NFTs. Why? Because again, we want people to trade our token. So if a wallet isn't holding our NFTs, they can buy and sell our token with the 10% tax. That is the measure that we're going to be voting on. So I try to answer recursive question. That is the measures that we are taking right now, the ones that I mentioned before the other option, and then we have that thing that we're going to be voting on. Did that answer that, recursive? Maybe you can take the mic, or maybe you say that in general. Yeah. Okay, you just type yeah. So at day 6, NFT level 1 owner will have 600 tokens. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, in the white paper, that 10% tax is not mentioned. Yeah. Yeah, and in the white paper, the 10% tax is mentioned. Let me show it to you. Let me see if I'm sharing the screen. Okay, again, here we go. Sure. There you go. So it is mentioned. It is mentioned everywhere. So it's right here actually. Look, selling tax, very big. Every sale of HODL will incur 10% sales tax. So basically, it's right there. Let me see if you say something else about it, because maybe you just noticed that. Okay, yeah, so did that answer your question, buddy? He's typing, so I think it didn't, so he's gonna ask something else. No. That one is gonna be fixed only if we vote for that option. Like, we're gonna be going to this channel over here, so it's very important that you get the role for polls, because we're gonna be voting on that. And for you to get the roles, you're going to verify, then you choose the roles that you want. So the role that you want for to be notified when there is a poll is this one. So you come and react to this one here, and then you get the role, like I just did. So I just got the poll role, you see. So that is very important. but we're gonna be voting on that. That is not in the project yet. Anyone else, guys? He's not typing anymore. Let me see. If you see a question that I haven't seen, that would be great. We're almost an hour here. Okay, so recursive say, as far as I can see, team gets zero initial supply. So claim or sell tax fee will be paid the team. Okay, I already answered that one. What else do we have? Okay, I think we covered everything. Anyone else have another questions? Maverick, you always have great questions. You just read the what we add to the white paper. Do you have any questions about that one? You're very tough on questions. I like when you put me in the difficult position. Okay, so Maverick doesn't have any questions. So okay, guys, I think we covered everything, and no one else have questions. You're gonna go very quick and see who were here in case there were people that deserve the. Evet, you just got here, bro. We were about to finish the AMA. Do you have questions? Evet, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hey, there you go. Welcome, buddy.
Oh, my bad. I think I was just a little late, but I have no questions.
Oh, okay. Well, I recorded it, so don't worry. You're gonna be able to watch it.
All right, awesome. Thanks.
All right. So, anyone else, guys? No one. Okay. Well, I'm just taking a screenshot here really fast so that I can know if any of you guys that aren't whitelisted get the requirement to get whitelisted. All right. So thank you guys for for being patient with my English. I hope it was clear enough and that my answers did answer whatever you guys were wanting to hear. Uh, if not, I think you will have already asked again. So thank you again for having me, guys. It was a pleasure, and thank you for your time. I know it's Saturday and everyone want to be with their family, so I really appreciate it. I want to be with my family as well, but I've been in this project like crazy for the last 2 months, and I know at least I have another month like that. Like uh, I've been sleeping like 4 hours a day, so it's my decision, but I really appreciate that you guys were here today. So I hope that we're gonna be having AMAs in other Discord. Like we're expecting having an AMA on Cryptonairs soon. Also, we're wanting to have an AMA with James Pelton. We're talking about it, and also with the No Nation. Those are the ones that we're looking into. Basically, if you have any suggestions who we should go and have AMAs with, and if you can tell them to contact us, hey, we're open to having AMAs everywhere at this moment because the white paper is there, and whoever want to see it before we go to their Discord and have an AMA over there, they can do it. So just
Hey, can you hear me?
yeah, tell me.
Yeah, just to touch on that real quick for you. I think as of right now, currently, like I wouldn't say everybody's favorite, but a very popular one to go with is House of Obsidian. Their KYC is apparently pretty rough, which is exactly what we want to hear. So you might want to check into them. I have no idea how to get into them. They're obviously a pretty big group, but House of Obsidian tends to be pretty reliable.
Yeah, but you're talking about KYC, not AMA, right?
They do both, but you have to
Oh,
KYC in order to AMA.
yeah, I don't have a problem about KYC with them. I don't know if I'm sharing my screen still. Am I?
You are right now.
Okay,
You are?
so here, actually, we had that, and we say we will look into it. So remember, we're gonna make a poll about who do you want us to get KYC by. So really, I encourage you guys to vote because we're gonna listen the community and we're gonna go with the most popular answer. Okay, so if I've listened like 4 or 5 people saying that they're a very good option. I really would like to go with that one because I mean I don't I haven't really have the time right now to try to understand what they do different with the other KYC companies, but okay. Okay, but right now we're open to whatever the community decides. So that's what I wanted to say about that one. So if community choose
Okay.
that one, we're gonna go for it. And I believe that poll is gonna be between. I mean, it's gonna be starting between tomorrow or Monday. So please be really active in Discord, guys. That's actually something I wanted to tell you guys. If you want this project to be successful, as I say before, it's not just about not selling, but as of this point, if you're looking into this as a project that you want to invest, you want us to have a successful launch. So that is very important. So please be active, guys. Just come by and chat a little from time to time. So Discord is more active. And if you can activate this one here, the Share Me notification, so you get notifications when we do our Twitter posts, and that you can retweet those and comment and like. I mean, guys, the reason we're giving 1,000 whitelists is only because we believe the best marketing is community. That is the only reason we are giving those number of whitelists. It's not because we want to sell out with whitelist, because I already explained that whitelist is not getting more than 20% of the supply of NFTs. So the reason why we did that is because we believe you guys are, I mean, we as a community are the best to get the word out. So I really appreciate you being here, guys. If you like what you hear, please be present in the next AMAs. Please share our content. Talk about the tokenomics. I mean, get this thing going. Basically, that was my last words. If anyone else has anything else to say, okay, so we're good to go. Thank you very much, guys. That was 1 hour of your precious time. See you in the next one. Please stay active and have a nice Saturday, everyone. Or for whoever is Sunday already, have a nice Sunday. Bye bye. I'm gonna close it now.